on your screen just to give permission. And that means that this is then on my YouTube channel if you need to refer to it or if you'd like to do the practice again. And always, I mean, I share the links for the YouTube channel. Do please feel free to share them and pass them on to anyone you know with long COVID or ME if you think that's helpful. So today we are focusing on our second chakra, and the Sanskrit name for that is Svadisthana. And I'm just going to kind of show you on my body where that is. So it's around the pelvic area. So the chakras align with something called our central channel, which runs parallel to our spine. And Svadhisthana, or our sacral chakra, is around this area here. So below the navel, between the navel and the tailbone. So this here area here. So it relates to all our reproductive organs on the physical level, but it is also related to the element of water. And it's often considered to be our source of power. And it's very much associated with movement. Now, I know when we have ME or long COVID, the idea of movement can be a little scary, but hopefully we're going to reframe that for you in this session. So you can see that movement can be fun and playful in a way that doesn't have to take energy, but can actually give energy. So when this chakra is balanced, we can have fun and we can explore, we can be creative. It's all about how creative we are, but how we can be creative. So in other words, if we can create something with a sense of love and joy, be that child rearing or cooking or painting, whatever it is that we can create, whatever we are manifesting, we're putting this idea of love and balance into what it is that we're creating. This chakra is very much about giving and receiving. So that can be, I mean, it's often quoted as being within our significant relationships, maybe our sexual relationships, but it's also about this sense of, when I say giving and receiving, it's also about knowing when to be boundaried and say no when we need to protect ourselves, but when it's also all right to give. So there's this healthy balance in giving and receiving. And this is reflected in the way we breathe. So as you know, breath is the foundation point for our yoga practice. So it's about this healthy balance of our inhalation and our exhalation. I'm just going to put you on mute. Okay, just checking everyone's muted. If prana, or the sense of vitality, is weak in this chakra, we may become very rigid and inflexible. And that might be in our body, it might be in our mind, it might be in our emotions, and we might fear change of any sort. We might become very emotionally numb. However, because the chakras is all about having a sense of balance, not too much prana, not too little. If we have too much prana in this center, we may become overexcited, we may live our life through a lot of drama. We may even, it's often quoted that conditions like manic depression can be too much prana in this center. We may have mood swings, be addicted to pleasure. We may become emotionally dependent on others. And before we start the practice, just to say from me personally, I've worked through the chakras with my teacher, spent a lot of time on each one. And I find it very interesting how we seem to manifest in the external world what is a reflection of what is going on for us internally. And it seems to me that when a chakra is out of balance, we definitely know people that relates to on a psychological level. So for example, when I've worked through the chakras, I can see that my first husband, I can say this because he's now dead, was very much unbalanced in this chakra and had too much prana. So it's possible that through working and balancing the chakras, we manifest much better health because we bring the whole of the chakra system into balance. So the most effective way we can work with our chakras is to use the seed mantra or to chant. If you don't want to chant, don't worry, it's always a choice. But I'm just going to put in the chat box what the seed mantra is for this chakra, and then we can use this. Yes, Kathy, I do send out recordings. Providing you're on my mailing list, you should be getting a recording, or the chakras are actually included on my YouTube channel. So that's VAM, V-A-M, is the seed mantra for this chakra. So with that in mind, please come to a comfortable sitting position. And if you are very fatigued and you need to lie down, that's fine. And if it's okay for you, just take your hands around your pelvic area. So you might like to take one hand around the back, one below the tummy button, belly button. But if you don't want to chant, this is fine. And if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. And we're going to chant, and we'll do this as call and response. So I will chant to you, and then you chant back to me and to the whole community. So you breathe in as I chant. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. You try that. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. And then relax your hands down. And just focus on this area, the sacral area below the belly button, the pelvis area. And as you inhale, visualize that you're breathing in light as prana into this area. And as you exhale, just feel that you're letting go. And if you can, try to have the inhalation and the exhalation even. So, for example, you might count to 3 as you breathe in and 3 as you exhale, or 4 as you breathe in and 4 as you exhale. Now, if you've got problems with breathing, for example, if you've had COVID, just focus on the area around this area and don't worry about the breath too much. And then widen your attention to bring your awareness to the whole of your body, the whole of your being. Just observe how you are now. Just seeing if you can make that observation without any judgment. Maybe bringing a sense of compassion. So you're not resisting anything, you're allowing everything to be as it is. And you're just welcoming yourself as you are in this present moment. So in particular, observe how the mind is, the body, the emotions. And then become aware of your arms. And we're just going to take a playful movement now, because this chakra is all about a sense of playfulness. So we're going to just wave our arms around. And if you're lying down, you can do this also. Even if you're on a bed, you can do it. And just imagine that you're waving your arms slowly through water, and experiment with that. So you can bring them forward or back. You can rotate at the wrists. Don't tire yourself. So rest out when you need to. Just imagine waving your arms through this sense of water. Sense of maybe being creative, maybe making some nice shapes with your arms. Maybe making the shape of a heart, for example. And then when you're ready, don't tire yourself, just bring your hands back to resting. And then again, take your hands to your sacral area below the belly button. We're going to breathe in and open the arms wide. And then we're going to chant back to the sacral area. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. So try that in your own breathing rhythm 2 or 3 times and then rest out. Again, bring your awareness to your sacral area, visualizing light coming in on the in-breath, keeping the inhalation and the exhalation even. Breathing through the nose if you're able to, thinking of the breath being slow and low. And then when you're ready, please come down to a comfortable lying position. Have your knees bent and maybe have something under your head. Have the feet hip width apart and have the arms a comfortable way from the body with the palms either turned up or turned down. And just take some resting breaths here, observing how you are feeling. Again, just taking in the weather pattern of how you are and feel that you are releasing down into your support on every exhalation. And just be aware of where you are touching your support and where there are spaces. And then we're going to do something called the clock face movement. So I'm going to do this also if you do need to look up, but hopefully my description will be enough. So have your knees bent, hip width apart, heels coming hopefully parallel to the buttocks. And I'd like you to visualize that on your pelvis, around the pelvis area, you've got a clock face. And imagine that 12 is at the top nearest the belly button, and at the bottom going down to your perineum is 6. And then to the left is 3, and to the right is 9. Just imagine this clock face. And now just tilt your pelvis towards 12 o'clock. So you slightly lifted your tailbone off the support you're on. And then roll your pelvis gently down towards 6 o'clock at the base of the pelvis. And then just take a few tilts going back from 12 to 6 like that. And now we're going to roll around in a circle. So come back to 12 o'clock, tilting the pelvis. And then roll slightly towards the left, towards 3 o'clock, just letting the legs gently flop slightly to the left. Then roll into 6. And then as you circle, you come to 9. So the knees slightly flop to the right. And then coming back to 12. So you're circling around the pelvis, imagining a clock face. So make your circle really slow. And have this idea of playing with the movement. Rest out at any time you need. So as always, listen into your energy levels and honor them. And then come back to the center when you're ready. Take some resting breaths there. And then we're going to circle in the opposite direction. So we go clockwise, then anti-clockwise. So lovely, slow, smooth circle around the pelvis, observing if there's tension, relaxation, release, seeing how the lower back feels as well. So you're kind of massaging around the lower back. And then when you're ready, pause, come back to center yourself, just take some resting breaths here. And then when you're ready, take one knee, bend the other knee over the belly, and just rock out slowly from side to side. And rocking is an absolute fantastic motion for soothing the nervous system. So really enjoy this sense of rocking. And then when you're ready, drop your feet down to your mat. And we're going to just rest in a posture in yoga known as Svadisthana. Again, really good for the pelvic area, the Svadisthana chakra. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees come out to the side. Now, your knees might not come all the way down, mine certainly don't. And if you're feeling too tight around the groin area, you can place blankets or cushions or blocks under your knees if you like. You can just rest the hands on the belly. And anytime you need to come up, you just lift the knees together. But if you're just resting down in this posture, visualize as you breathe in, light as prana coming into the groin. As you breathe out, just see if you can relax the lower back a little. So just take some resting breaths here. And then when you're ready, take the arms out to the side like a cross. The palms can be down or up. Breathe in and lift the right knee. So the left knee is still facing down to the floor. The right knee is pointing up to the ceiling. Take some breaths here. And then on your next out breath, bring that right knee out to meet the left knee. So you're into a twist. So the lower part of the body is twisting to the left. Take some resting breaths. When you're ready, take an in-breath and lift the right knee. You might like to take the sole of the foot back to the floor. Take some breaths. And then on another out breath, take the right knee out again to the right. So you're back into Baddha Konasana, the starting posture, soles of the feet together. And then we're going to do that to the other side. So inhaling, lift the left knee. So the right knee is out to the side, the left knee is up to the ceiling. You can look at the screen if you're not sure. Take some breaths here. On an exhalation, take the left knee out to the right knee. So that we're now twisting to the right. Take some resting breaths here. Breathing in, lift the right knee. Breathing out, lift the left knee. Breathing out, take the left knee back out to the side. So you're back into Baddha Konasana. And then when you're ready, inhale, bring both knees together. Massage into the groin if it's tight at all. And then bring one knee, then the other over the belly and hold either around the knees or below the knees. And we're going to move with the chant now. Remembering chanting is a choice, so you can just breathe if you prefer. So we're going to breathe in and straighten the elbows as the knees move away from us. Straightening the arms. As we exhale, we chant the knees into the belly. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. Breathe in, knees float away from us as the arms straighten. Chant the knees into the belly. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. And take a few movements like that, chanting in your own breathing rhythm. But rest out whenever you need to. So you're not waiting for me to suggest that you rest. You're listening to your body. So your body is the guide rather than me. So if you want to continue with the movement and the chant, please do so. If you feel it's more beneficial for you to rest, then you rest in any way that's comfortable. So there's always this sense of you listening into your body and a sense of your own intuition and agency rather than anything external which is guiding you. You are in charge of how you practice. So when you're ready, rest down. So resting in any way that's comfortable for you. And again, just take the time to observe how you're feeling now, the effect the practice has had on you without making any sense of judgment to this. But just observe, is the mind a little quieter? Maybe the breath is a little slower. And just feeling yourself very connected in with your body. And observing the still point after the exhalation. If you're okay to follow the breath. If you're not, just bring your awareness around your body. And then when you're ready, taking as much time as you need, please roll to one side and stay there. And then we're going to do some playful movements in the cat posture. Now you can either work on all fours, having the hands under the hips, the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. But if you prefer to work in a chair, you can also do that. So you choose which is going to be more comfortable for your energy, your breathing. And of course, you always have the option to remain resting if you prefer. So if I'm going to show you from all fours, if you do need to look at the screen, just take a moment or two to work out if you want the hands under the shoulders or to take them forward a little. Where the knees are, you can place a rolled up blanket under the knees if you prefer. You might like to take your weight slightly over the knees so you're not too strong on your wrists. Have the fingers spread. And then think about making space between the forehead and the tailbone. We're going to start by bringing our awareness to our pelvic area, our pelvis. We're just going to make some small circles here. We're going to circle one way, then the other. If you're sitting, you can visualize this movement for now. But then experiment. Shall I make bigger movements or smaller movements? What feels better for me? Maybe I could make a figure of 8 movement. Maybe I could involve the whole body like I'm stirring a pot. In which case, if you're on a chair, you can also stir your pot with your torso. So just play about. You might like to just isolate the pelvis or use the whole body. But just making some playful shapes. And then come back to center. Take some resting breaths. And then I'd like you to imagine that the air is syrup. I'm going to take the right hand and we're just going to wave it through this syrup, making some nice shapes with the right arm and hand. And then bringing the hand back. Do that with the left hand. Remember, you can rest anytime you want. And this is something, even if you're lying on a bed, you can just wave your arm around. Come back to center. And then you might like to rest, or you can take this out and to play around with your legs. Imagine moving your right leg through syrup. And then the left leg. And then when you're ready, come back to neutral cat. And then we're going to lie on our front. So take a cushion or a folded up blanket if you have one handy, place it under your hips and come to lying on your front. So you're either going to rest your forehead on the back of your hands, the elbows bent, or rest with the cheek to one side, arms out straight, palms facing up towards the ceiling. So you just experiment with what feels best for you. And of course you have the option to remain on your back, your side, or sitting. And then just focus on breathing into your back. So inhale, visualizing the breath as light, as prana. And as you breathe in, just feel the belly slightly press against the floor. As you breathe out, feel the belly relax. So breath is going from the belly around the back. On the in-breath, don't breathe not too deep. The breath is subtle, it's through the nose, but it's low into the belly. Filling the body with prana on the in-breath. As you exhale, release. And just see if you can make the in-breath and the out-breath even. And then when you're ready, bend your knees if that's comfortable and just sway them from side to side. So remember that Svadisthana chakra is all about movement. And then relax the legs down. Take the arms out in front of you, forehead down to the floor. And just imagine you're hugging the earth. When you're ready, come back to resting on your front in any way that's comfortable for you, your favorite way. Again, just take time to observe how you are. Allowing the exhalation to relax you. So think of the in-breath as a sense of giving. Exhalation, you're receiving. Sorry, inhalation, you're receiving. Exhalation, you're giving. So this balance of giving and receiving. And then when you're ready, bring your arms to bend so you've got the palms beside the chest, elbows bent. And then push on the elbows to come up if that's comfortable for you. And then we're going to go into our relaxation. So please come to lie down in any way that's comfortable for you. We're going to be doing a yoga nidra practice. I'm just going to give you 3 or 4 minutes to get ready. So as always, please use blankets, eye masks, cushions. Just lie in any way that's comfortable for you, either on your back, your side, your front, sitting, on a sofa, on a bed, however you like to relax. And I will start the practice in about 3 minutes. So just snuggling down comfortably. Become aware of outside sounds. Become aware of distant sounds outside your space. Allow your sense of hearing to range into the distance, and then gradually bring it back to your space, back into your room. Just develop your awareness of your room and yourself, how you're lying, and become aware of how your body is positioned on your support. If it's comfortable for you, become aware of your breathing. But if it's not, continue to focus on your body. If you have a resolve that you use when you practice Yoga Nidra, state it now. So this is something stated in the present tense with full awareness and feeling, a positive resolution that never changes, that you repeat 3 times now. And now we're going to deeply relax by moving into a rotation of consciousness. And this means an awareness of different parts of your body as we take a trip through the body. I will guide you, so let your mind go freely from one part to the next. And if you lose your focus, just bring your awareness back to the sound of my voice. So become aware of your right hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, right thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, right toes, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Become aware of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth, fifth, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, left thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, all of the left toes, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Go to the top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, right thigh, left thigh, right knee, left knee, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, right ankle, left ankle, right toes, left toes. Now the back, right sole, left sole, right heel, left heel, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, right buttock, left buttock, right hip, left hip, the whole spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head. The whole of the right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole of the head together, the whole of the back together, the whole front, the whole body, the whole body. Be aware of your whole body, comfortable on your support. Become aware of the meeting parts between your body and your support and focus on them for a short time. Feel the meeting points between the body and the floor or your support intensely. Bring your awareness to the soles of the feet. Feel the skin on the soles of your feet, from the heels to the tips of the toes. Now be aware of the palms of your hands and feel the skin on the palms of your hands and fingers. Feel the skin on the palms and fingers intensely with full awareness. Bring your awareness to the face. Become aware of the skin on your face. Develop your awareness here. Develop your awareness of the skin on your forehead, cheeks, and chin. Bring your attention to the eyelids, feeling the meeting points between the eyelids. And now the lips. Feel the meeting points between the lips intensely with feeling. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of the natural breath through the nostrils. If you don't want to focus on the breathing, just bring your awareness to the nostrils. Extend your awareness of the breath to every part of the body. As you inhale, feel life force permeate your whole body. We come now to visualization. Imagine that you are setting out on a journey to climb a sacred mountain. You know that you will reach the summit. As you leave your home, you meet your guide. This is a person you have never met before, but you know this is a qualified and experienced guide who will look after you, who will make you safe. The path you are following passes through a large forest beneath a canopy of trees and crossing many running streams. You come to an enormous lake. It is a tranquilizing blue color, clear and fresh. And you stop. You and your guide rest a while, and you drink the water, which fills you with nourishing energy. Then you continue on your journey. After some time, the forest becomes less dense, and you begin to ascend the sacred mountain. As you look back, you see the forest and the rooftops of the houses of your town. The guide now takes your hand and starts helping you to walk. With every step, the guide repeats the words, "I will." You'll find that you are walking in step with your guide, and the sounds of the words, "I will," is echoing throughout your body and mind, giving you tremendous strength and energy. The guide releases your hands, but the words keep resounding in your mind as you follow further upwards. You finally reach the top, and you observe a spectacular panoramic view, and a feeling of exhilaration floods through your whole body and mind. You are exalted by the environment, overcome by a blissful feeling you have not experienced before. Just lie now, breathing in a sense of bliss and relaxation. Again, as you breathe in, on every in-breath, feel life force permeating your whole body. Become aware now of your relaxed body and your physical existence on your support. Develop awareness of your surroundings, how you are lying, the space you are in. Just take some time to externalize your attention. Become aware of any sounds you can hear. And start to make small movements with your fingers and toes. And just move in any way that feels right for you, taking as much time as you need. When you are ready, draw your knees into your belly and just take some rocking movements from side to side. And then roll to one side and stay there for a moment or two. Just allowing your awareness to come back into the body, just allowing yourself to wake up. And then when you're ready, please come up into sitting. And you might even like to stand and just walk around your space, looking up at the ceiling and your furniture and the corners of the room, just to bring yourself back. You might like to rub your palms of your hands together and palm your eyes. Stamp your feet, just doing whatever it takes to come back. And then when you're ready, please come back to a comfortable seated position. So we're going to finish by again thinking about this sense of giving and receiving and power and the area around our sacral chakra. We're going to think about the community that we have here, and that we're going to take our hands to the sacral area below the belly button. We're going to breathe in and open our arms wide to give out a sense of power and love to our community here. And then we're going to chant back to the chakra, Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. So when you're ready, join in with me. Breathing in, send this sense of love, energy, power out to everyone here in our community. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. Inhale, sending out this sense of love and power to everyone here. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. Once more, inhaling out to everyone. Om, Vam, Vam, Vam. And then with your eyes closed, just come back into the body, observe how you are now. And have this sense that you're breathing in energy down to the sacral chakra on the in-breath. On the out-breath, you are releasing. And the breath is even, inhaling and exhaling for an even rhythm. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you all very much for the practice. Namaste. We just bow the head to the heart to say the divine in me greets the divine that's in you. I'm just going to stop the recording. If I can find the correct button to press. I never can. Here we are. So just